Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an inspiring story you need to hear, especially if you've ever dreamed of launching your own clothing brand but felt like you didn't have the resources. Joining us is someone who started a bold Christian apparel brand with just a laptop and no inventory. Please welcome the founder of Gospel Swag, where faith meets fashion, Pastor Dre.
Well, it's good to be here. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
Let's start from the top. How did the idea for Gospel Swag come to life?
Well, the idea for Gospel Swag came to life because I was a missionary in Cape Town for about 12 years. Came home to visit my mom. I think it was November 2023 for Thanksgiving. While she was getting out of the car, she slipped, fractured her hip. So I became a full-time caretaker since then. So then I thought, man, I need to generate finances, I need to figure out how to generate finances while staying at home. I had a little bit of SEO experience, a little bit of web design experience. Then I heard about print on demand. So I looked up about print on demand on the internet. Come to find out that you can start a clothing brand with no inventory, right? I found out about a place called Printful. And what they do is they keep all the inventory and they do all the printing, all the shipping and everything. All I had to do was send them the designs. So once I found out about that, I put my website experience, my SEO experience together with drop shipping, and then Gospel Swag was born.
That's powerful.
Thank you.
So you didn't have any inventory or storefront at first. How did you actually start with just a laptop?
Well, what I did is I had a little bit of design experience. I'm not really a graphic designer, but I knew how to work Photoshop. So I had an Illustrator, Photoshop, and there's this place called Creative Fabrica where you could actually buy designs. You could actually have someone design them on Fiverr. So I started messing around with Photoshop, looked at YouTube tutorials, and then I had someone that was from Cape Town who was really good at graphics, started helping me. I would bounce the idea off them and say, what do you think about this? And she would give me feedback. So then I would start putting those designs on shirts. And like I said, I didn't have to have any inventory. So I started putting the designs on shirts, send it to Printful, and built my shop, with my website experience. Not only that, even if you don't have website experience, you can build a shop on Printful because they have like a Photoshop program. They have a storefront that you can use absolutely free. So that's how I did it with just my laptop. Started creating things on Photoshop, Illustrator, uploading my designs, and they were live.
Okay, let's break it down for someone watching who wants to do the same. What are the first three things they need to start a clothing brand from scratch?
I would say laptop, internet, and a print on demand service. Okay. So if you got a laptop, or, let me say this laptop, graphic design program, and a print on demand service. That's all you need. You can even do it from your phone. You don't even need a laptop. So you could do it from your phone or your laptop. Sign up with the print on demand service, either Printful, Printify, there's a lot of them out there. And then you need a program where you can do some editing with graphics. And what you do is you take your skills, you take your design skills, or you could hire someone to design, or you could watch some YouTube tutorials, create a design, put a quote, put a scripture, make it on your phone, upload it to Printful, and promote. That's all you got to do. So put on your phone, graphic design, and a third party place that's going to handle all your shipping and inventory. That's all you need to start.
How did you come up with your brand name, Gospel Swag?
How did I come with the brand name Gospel Swag? Well, I thought, man, I have a heart to spread the gospel. My desire is to spread the gospel. Like I said, I was a missionary in Cape Town for 12 years, seen a lot of lives change. So I thought, how could I spread the gospel while being at home, being a full-time caretaker? Then I knew swag was pretty like, a saying back in the day, kind of still is here and there, you know? So I said, man, I haven't ever heard of gospel swag. Bounced it off a few people. People that I know would tell me, nah, that's whack or that's cool. And they said, no, that sounds pretty cool. So that's how I came up with the name, Gospel Swag.
Marketing is usually the scary part.
Mm.
How did you promote your first products without a budget?
Well, the way you could promote your first product without a budget is social media. It's free and you can do it without a budget. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you can even do YouTube. So if you start a clothing brand and you don't have a budget, you don't have any money for marketing, just start creating social media videos, TikTok videos, wearing your clothes. Hey, check it out. The cross is greater than my past. Actually, this is a hoodie that we made, right? And you just start promoting your brand there. You can see the thing about social media, you could post as many times as you want. Back in the day, you used to have radio commercials, TV commercials. Well, now all that's free. YouTube is free. So that's like TV. TikTok and Instagram. That's like radio, but it's free. So I would encourage you, if you don't have a marketing budget, start promoting on social media. Now, I'm not saying get rid of your website. Keep your website, and you can do what's called SEO, which is another topic for another day. But if you want to start with no money and get promotion right away, get yourself some social media profiles and start promoting. But I will say this though, don't only promote your product, give value. Give value about your store, give value about what you're trying to do, give value about your mission. Because if you're just constantly selling all the time, then people will tune you out.
Your brand's rooted in faith. How does that show up in your designs and business decisions?
Well, what we want to do is we want our gear, our swag to spark conversations about the gospel. That's what we want. So yes, we're rooted in spreading the gospel, rooted in faith. So whenever we design a shirt, we want it to be something that's going to bring finances into the kingdom. We want it to be something that's going to spark a conversation. Like if you're standing in line at In-N-Out Burger or the mall or the shopping center, going to the gym, we want our shirts, we want our hats, we want our gear. By the way, this is a hat too. We want our gear to spark conversations where people can begin to share about the gospel of Jesus Christ.
What's one mistake you made early on, and how can people avoid it?
Wow. One mistake I made early on is trying to do too many designs at once. I made like 5 or 10 designs and didn't really promote one of them. So I would say try to start with one design. And then another mistake, if I could just put two, is not promoting on social media. I did more like website and SEO. I didn't even have some of these accounts. I had a TikTok, but I didn't really have the other ones. So I would say create a social media account for your brand and do that. The mistake I made is not using social media to promote my product or to promote my brand.
What advice would you give to a university student who wants to start a brand but feels stuck?
My advice to someone who wants to start a brand but feels stuck, go for it. If it's your passion, find your niche. It might be whatever, gardening, barber, whatever it may be. You can start a clothing brand around that. You could put quotes on the shirt. Whatever your power spot is, whatever your passion is, go for it. You know, that's what I would say. This though, try to make sure it's something you're passionate about, and that way it won't seem like a job to you. Maybe you like to cook. You can start making cooking gear, aprons with quotes on them. There's no limit. So find your passion and go for it.
Where can people find your brand and support what you're doing?
Well, you can find us at gospelswag.net. That's our website. You could also find us on TikTok, Gospel Swag Apparel. You can find us on Instagram, Gospel Swag. You can find us on what else? TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We got Gospel Swag Apparel on YouTube. I think it's Gospel Swag Apparel on YouTube, but we're on YouTube. So yeah, that's where you can find us. But I guess the easiest place you can find us is gospelswag.net. Or you can leave a comment in the video and we'll reply to that.
That's it for today's episode. If you were inspired by this conversation, drop it in the comments, and don't forget to check out Gospel Swag, where we're spreading the gospel through fashion. See you in the next one.
All right. Thanks for having me. God bless you, family. God bless.